creating a basic page. Okay, creating a basic page is not that hard. I have Composer open on my laptop here. So what I want to show you is the way that it works, as do most decent editors. They show you the coding for the page, but they also show you exactly what the page would look like online. So there's a couple different ways that you can get started. Perhaps some of you will purchase a site from someone, or maybe a landing page, and then what you can do is you can tweak it in this editor, or maybe you're going to start from scratch. That, either way is okay. Basically, the layout of a page, it starts with this line here. This basically just lets the world know that this is a web page. This HTML here, and again, all this information is also in the book as well. Then we start with something called the header section. Basically, anytime, let me just forget about this for a second. Whenever a tag occurs, it starts and ends. So let's say, for example, I want to create a paragraph. Well, I start. That's the paragraph tag right there. It starts with that, and then I have my text there within the paragraph, and then I need to close the paragraph. So that's it right there. That's a paragraph. So the same principle occurs on the whole page here. We see the very first tag is the HTML tag. It starts the page. It also ends the page. Okay? So that lets the internet know, hey, this is a web page. Next, we have two sections to the page, the head section and the body section. The head section is where we have a chance to tell the search engines what our page is about. When a human comes and sees the page, they do not see the head, just the search engine. So this is a very important thing to do, because of course it's very important that we explain to the search engines what our pages are about. Then between the body here, this is where we have a chance to write our page. So you can see here that I wrote, "Hi, this is my web page." I go here to preview, and hey, look, there it is. Note, you don't see any of this header stuff. It's simply not there. So that is the basic layout of a page. Now, of course, there are tons and tons and tons of tags. How in the world do you go from something like that to something like this? Something like this, of course, is made up of quite a bit of code. Let's take a look at this code. Okay, so it starts off again with the HTML, and then we have the head section. Now this information here, this is style information. It's a bit more complicated. We're not going to worry about any of that right now. Scroll down here. These are meta tags. We're going to talk about those in a later video. And then we get to the body. So again, all this stuff here, information that the person is not going to see, but it is important to the actual page. Here is the body. Okay? So this is where all the content is. Now, you might be saying, what is all this stuff with the tables? Essentially, a table is when things are sectored off, like here. This is a table here. It has 3 columns, maybe a little similar to a spreadsheet table. I guess I can make that correlation. Here's a column, and here's a column, and here's a column. How does this all get sectored off? Oh, it's done in the coding. Again, that's a bit more advanced and not something that we're going to be doing. I'm just showing you how all this works. So, if you're looking at this and your head spinning around and around and around, one thing you can do is you can pay somebody to create a website for you, to promote your affiliate offer, or you can just purchase what's known as a landing page. You don't need to have some big fancy website. Maybe you can just have your website just be one page, and that's certainly okay. But I want you to understand how to make simple edits on your page, because you want to be able to do that. You want to be able to put in your affiliate link and all that kind of good stuff. And that's why we're talking about what we're talking about. So in the next few videos, I'm going to talk about the most essential basic skills. Now, if you're looking at this saying, hey, this looks really cool, I want to get involved, that's great. These videos are a starting point, but I would highly suggest that you go out and purchase a book on HTML. That's the way that I learned. Actually, I learned from HTML for Dummies. They still make it. Because honestly, it's a really good thing for someone who's starting at the beginning, because it's of course all the information is online too, but I found it difficult to try to build my site and then go back and forth to the teaching materials, whereas I had the book sitting next to my computer and I was able to reference it whenever I wanted. It just made life a little bit more easier for me, so that's why I'm suggesting it to you as well. So again, you can get around this by paying someone to design things for you, but it is really smart to have the basic skills under your belt, which is what we're going to talk about in the next few videos. I'll see you there.